See, guys, look at this. This is a heater. It's drawn 1471. Our solar is putting out 2,123. The other panels are shaded. This is why it's so expensive to heat with electric. Can you imagine having one of these little space heaters in a 3-bedroom house, all of them going at once, maybe even more? And lots of people do this. Can you imagine having baseboard heaters in every room of the house turned on? Do you have any idea what that would do to your power bill? Do you have any idea what 4,000 or 5,000 watts continuous draw would do to your power bill throughout a day in the winter? It's absolutely insane, the idea that electric for a lot of things is even a good idea. We have other renewable resources that can work directly better. In the long run, to produce this electricity, some of these resources are used anyways. Coal burning plants, steam plants, nuclear reactors. The hydroelectric is very limited to certain areas. Like Arizona, there's no hydroelectric. I mean, maybe a little bit. But then, imagine charging an electric car at 50 or 60 amps at 240 volts. You know how many watts that is? You know how much power it takes to go 300 miles in an electric car? Now, unless everybody had 15 kilowatts of solar on their house, which they've not made affordable enough, it's really unlikely that any of this is a reality at this point. In fact, they've made it extremely difficult in some areas for you to really have solar, especially if you want to do it yourself. But electric heat ain't cheap. Now, a heat pump is a whole nother story. So, a heat pump or a reversible air conditioner is extremely more efficient than a dead shorted heat load. This is basically, I think this one's a ceramic heater. But either way, whether you have a ceramic heater, a quartz heater, a wire heater, it's like a dead short, basically, to produce lots of heat. It's a resistive load. It starts easy. It's not like an inductive load. But a heat pump is an inductive load because of the motor. But they do have new, like, high technology variable speed pumps that actually help with that. And there's like a soft start and things like that. But when you do start an air conditioner, there is a initial surge that can be really, really high, like 4 times the actual regular running. But yeah, this little heater here draws almost 1,500 watts. And it's probably pulling around 12 amps. So that's a lot of power. And this is why these things burn houses down. Because you're pulling 12 amps through an outlet, and if that connection in that plug at the receptacle is loose, you generate heat, and next thing you know, you have a fire. I think really the idea of pulling 15 amps, or there are certain ones rated at 20, is ridiculous. I think that there's just too many chances for things to go wrong. It's mostly got to do with, you look at the prongs, and what happens is outlets over time, the contacts inside the receptacle spread out, and once you have resistance, now you start having heat. Anyway, alright, so I'll show you guys what's going on with this. It's 55 degrees out here. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. We have direct sun on some of the panels, not all of them, but they're doing quite well. But it'd be pretty difficult for me to heat the house with electricity. I would need a lot more power.